welcome to Level Up TV at levelupthegame.net. This is ClanBase EuroCup 26, Team CZE versus aCtion Ligan. I'm Disrepute, joined by Vor. Let's quickly run down the teams. Flatcheck, Krissa, Fraga, and Detor for Team CZE. And for aCtion Ligan, we got ZLC, Viam, Nightops, and Dash. This is going to be Grim Dungeons. This is CZE's map pick. Vor, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to be interested to see how aCtion performed this time. But we saw how good of a game Team CZE gave 102 on this map. aCtion certainly need to perform better than they did against Lowfly on here, where they were just entirely too passive for my liking. I mean, when you're passive with such an aggressive lineup, a lineup that suits aggressive play, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I really want to see them try and put pressure on Team CZE whenever the opportunity arises.
Yeah, CZE's game style as well is a little bit slower in its play style. They do have the technical players, people like Chris and that, but they play a very tight-knit tactical game, try and lock down the map, keep it close, and then really hit on specific moments, which will be the power-up play. Let's see then, Grim Dungeon's going to start off in 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
And we are live, and following ZLC off to start getting that spawn point down by the Bowser, who's going to miss out on that red though, and CZE gets some excellent spawns inside that red room.
Yeah, I mean, aCtion made the decision to attack red even though they only got one player spawning there, so maybe that wasn't a great decision, and it worked out brilliantly for the spawns the Czechs got. 4 kills.
What, they fragged at least 3 of the aCtion team, right? And we see Krissa going aggressive in this basement area. Takes out ZLC, who just picked up the yellow armor, who's already typing. So, wow, he's not having a good start. I think he's died 4 times, is he already? 6-1 as the power-up's going to spawn. We do have a time for them, actually. They're going to be in 5 seconds. That's not really a time that should catch either team out, but it looks like the Czechs have secured this battlesuit area. Here we go, though. Dash with the quad battlesuit spawning behind, and Detor's been sent to his grave down the void, and Dash has got a free run of the map now. He's got 64 armor as well, lightning gun in hand. He should clean up.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what I mean about aggressive play. I mean, the start the Czechs had, it was a bit of a risk almost to challenge Suit that heavily, but it's paid off.
Here we go, red armor is up on his spot. It looks like Dash is going to grab that one. The quad's going to run down before he can really produce any more frags on this run, but they do have control of the red armor area, and they brought it back to a 2-frag game.
Sound broken on the stream?
Oh, I don't know. So 1-frag game between the two. Dash with his red armor, he's wants to retain that armor stack as long as he can. The rail position, we usually see Dash play this position actually, locking it down, securing it, and he'll want to be pushing out to that lower yellow as much as he can, dealing out the damage. Doesn't actually need to pick it up, but every time he can dash out, do a bit of damage on the yellow so it's negated, then he's getting an advantage. And now aCtion have actually taken the lead, and that is on the back of the power-up setup we saw between the two teams. This Flatcheck just gets taken out.
Yeah, and they had Nightops. You know, we saw Dash in that holding position at the rail, just maintaining his stack, etc. But Nightops was actually going aggressive in the lower area at that time, and he was picking up good number of frags, and that's what we want to see more of from aCtion. They've got these sort of players that can go aggressive. They need to really make more use of them, and so far in this game, that's what we're seeing.
We see Dash has taken this rail. Oh my god! Goes for the rail shot. Almost got caught out there, but he does survive thanks to his red armor stack. I'm going to cycle around a little bit. ZLC's only got about 10 armor, 15 seconds before the power up as well. Viam hasn't got too much armor either, but Nightops is the stack guy now. They have to think carefully about this. He's just been blown up, killed by Dash and the grenade that came in, so they have no armoured players on the map at the moment. So this is a massive opportunity for the Czechs to rush in. They've got 3 seconds to go until the battlesuit. Nightops has come up the bounce pad and stolen the quad away though. They switch around to the battlesuit. It's in the hands of ZLC as well, so it's all in aCtion's favour again, and the Czechs, great opportunity there, but it just didn't pay off.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to make a move for the suit, but it ended up with them coming away with no power-ups. Always a big risk, and it hasn't paid off this time. And ZLC, ideal play, you'd have to say, for a battlesuit run.
Fast move around the map. He's not really getting lucky here, but what he has done is he's in a very... Whoa! Flatcheck.
That was risky.
He's got this upper yellow LG position. This is a very important position if you can get advantage on it. He's kind of getting wrong-sided here, though. He's got to be careful. Has to hit these rockets. No, he gets taken out.
Yeah, it was kind of like a good idea. Sort of an ambush from that position at the quad, but it just didn't work.
Well, frag just pretty much committed suicide there. He had a nice stack of armor as well. And he's cost himself 2 deaths there. Just going aggressive though in turn. And I'm not sure they quite decided what their tactics should be there. It seemed like they were going to go aggressive on red, but they were in a terrible position to do it, and we saw they just got easily dealt with. Switch back to Viam.
Doesn't have much health to be playing this area. I mean, if he was to be pushed by the Czechs at the moment, he'd be in danger of being killed, but maybe with that failed attack they had earlier, they're not willing to risk doing that before this next set of power-ups.
Let's cycle around to the Czechs, have a look at them.
Well, Nightops is causing problems in the lower area. This is not a good sign.
Nightops. Oh, he's had to back off now.
Yeah, he was hit by a rail. Important defensive rail as well, because if he'd have done some more damage, that would have been not ideal.
Switch on him because it's coming up to battlesuit time. It doesn't look like aCtion are going to make any push on the quad. It's a couple of seconds before battlesuit as well. But they're going to have to secure this battlesuit down, and Dash does manage to grab that. The quad has been delayed though, and we saw this tactic utilised previously by the Czechs against deliberate murder.
Well, no one's ready to pick it up.
Wow, they could be in serious trouble here, although they actually pin him back. The battlesuit, oh, heavy rocket, and he's frailed by the battlesuit as well. So Dash coming out on top there. 5 frags on that run for.
Yeah, one of them was a teammate, but it doesn't matter. Still 4 frags, and that keeps them in control of the map. Maybe. I mean, what's going on at red? No, there's no battle over red, so things are looking good for aCtion.
Well,
considering now that
trying to wander in.
Yeah, but it hasn't worked out. I think they've got 1 frag on that attack, and they've lost 4 now. Wow. This will be 5. So that has not worked out brilliantly at all, and of course, with the battlesuit now being, 13 seconds ahead of quad, this red armor is suddenly more important.
Exactly why you see the Czechs continually attacking it at this point rather than sitting back.
Yeah, and it looks like aCtion weren't maybe expecting another quick attack so soon. I mean, they had already dealt with 1, and already seeing another Czech attack, and this one might have worked.
Right, Czech just dropping down the cycle around some of the other players from Chris's point of view. Lots of rocket spam across the map by both those players there. It didn't seem like they really had many other weapons to utilise here. Nightops going to be caught out though by a shaft, and in the end by the rocket of Batchek. And they're bringing it back. The scoreline, well, 6 frags the difference. We've got only 25 seconds till the battlesuit. This is going to be a very vital period to get someone stacked up here. Dash is in a great position though. All that rail. Pretty unfortunate for him. Because he was in a great position with 100 army. See all the Czechs rushing in here.
But he's done a good amount of damage. I mean, he was on his own. It was hard for him to, try and maintain that army he had.
It's very impressive, actually.
It is, yeah.
Cycle around a bit, ZLC underground. There we go, Viam. The Czechs are just diving for it, and Dash is going to take this battle. He's not stacked. So this is
has to be careful.
Whoa! He gets pummeled. What the hell? On the bounce pad. He gets eliminated. Now it's the rush for quad. Still 1 second to go. The Czechs are going to take this. This is a massive opportunity to get control. Oh my god! What the hell happened there? It seemed like all the aCtion players got demolished inside that small room, but he should have escaped.
Yeah, I think he should have taken the chance to go to red. I mean, I know he got that kill on Viam, but it was a bit risky, and we saw the lightning gun player came to support Viam, and that was, no chance. Even with quad machine gun isn't enough.
Let's switch on to Chrysler, who is just going slightly aggressive inside that quad area. He is machine gun back though, doing 5 damage per bullet. 2 players doing that at the same time. That's a heavy rate of damage you're going to be taking there. Had to back off, only with the rocket launcher. So Chris is just going to have to sit in this doorway. Let's cycle around and have a look at some of the aCtion players. Well, ZLC underground, 130 armor there. Takes a couple of shotguns from Frag. Before he goes maybe a little bit too aggressive. I'm surprised he pushed there.
Well, I think he was maybe surprised that Detour didn't hit better rockets initially and thought he'd have a chance to win the fight.
If I am just managing to direct rocket frag in there, but also rocket his teammate. 6 frags is the margin, and it's slowed down considerably. aCtion alongside the map though, Vought.
They are indeed, but if they can just slow the play down at the moment, get some yellow armors, then they'll be able to probably push in on this next battlesuit. But they don't really want to take any damage before they're ready to make that push, so this is why we're perhaps seeing a slower gameplay at the moment.
I think maybe in this kind of gap you want pretty much everybody attacking battlesuit, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe you
Consider a
can.
split, but
Maybe you can leave one person ready for quad.
that would be Nightops if they are going to lose anybody with Flume Dash at the moment. Railing from the rail point takes out one of the Czech players. The Czechs didn't secure it.
Oh wow!
Oh, ZLC almost surviving, but knocked off. Let's switch round to the quad area.
He just dropped down and no one noticed him. No one was ready watching that drop down point.
That was bad defensive positions, I have to say, and Ryan comes out with the quad, although he is quickly eliminated by Flatcheck.
Excellent.
Picks up a couple of frags then, rushing back to the red, so now the rush is on to take control of this. Dash managed to grab that red, and now Flatcheck
They pretty much
the
have their
right
whole
thing.
team there, Team CZD. It's going to be risky to attack.
That's excellent rocket play. Excellent play. Nah, that's a really good play by Flatcheck. He should give away his weapon now, probably, which is probably what he's going to do. Very good play. Excellent.
Yeah, and that leaves us one frag in it at the moment. Incredibly tight game, just as we saw last week.
As we switch around to Detour, just getting a frag on the underground area. He's now retrieved himself a railgun as well, and he seems to be securing that position. The ambush didn't work out there for action.
Teams are tied.
Maybe they're a little bit confused as to what to do exactly. They've lost the red here for, and I don't know, they seem a little bit at odds. See a player spawning in there.
Well, while the game's still so close, I don't think they need to try and risk too much in terms of trying to win red back. I think they should do similar to what they did in the previous power-ups. That was just slow the game down, make sure you've got people with yellows, lightning guns, rocket
Come out
launchers.
and attack now. Nightops and ZLC rushing in. Following ZLC at the moment, dives into the pit. And doesn't really take any damage at all until he's taken out two players.
Teams are tied.
And aCtion might have got in here at a very good time. 30 seconds before the 5 seconds to go until the red spawns. If they can grab this, they'll be in an excellent position.
Yeah, this has been a good attack. I thought maybe they might wait just until power-ups and attack suit again, but this attack on red has
Working out
been...
well for Dash though. 6 health, almost eliminated with the red pick up. Got to be careful. He's at 1 health. Really needs this 50 to be up. It's not. Oh, there it is. Perfect time, and now the 225s potentially. So he would have been good for the battlesuit, but then a rail shot. Oh, what a save! That was a little bit lucky maybe, but excellently placed by Dash. And Nightops coming out with the battlesuit. He's going to grab a red before he goes towards the quad. He could have maybe made the quad. Would have made the quad, but went for the red first. Quad just needs to do a runner here. He's not going to escape.
No, he had no chance. Without a weapon there was no way that Nightops was going to let him survive.
3 frags on this battlesuit run, and it's worked out pretty well then for aCtion.
Yeah, all from that red attack. You know, I was kind of surprised at their willingness to do it, but it was a good idea. It worked, and it gave them that advantage of the power-ups.
The Czechs are just mounting an attack in now. They're just going to keep coming. I feel like that's the Czechs' tactics. They're just going to keep attacking until we've got a room. We've only seen aCtion really sit back at this point now. There's the gap between the power-ups. Nice rocket there. ZLC straight off the spawn, frag for frag. I think there's a point by which rocket blew himself up.
Gauntlet humiliation.
What would you be doing in this regard if you were either team?
Well, I think Team CZ need to be careful. I mean, their attacks on red, you know, they're not going too badly. It's a pretty even fight over red, but you know, if they start to lose these fights, they have to be really careful about whether or not they continue to keep pushing in here. Because at the moment, we're looking at a, 15 frag gap. You know, if that was to get any wider, then they might give themselves a problem.
I mean, battlesuit, you get a good advantage from the red armor. Obviously, the red armor's in there, and good access to the battlesuit. But we've already seen it. Like, at least 2 of them have been stolen away from the people that control the red area. So
Exactly.
It's not the be all and end all.
Yeah, it doesn't mean everything. You still have to set things up properly, and the red is a nice position to have. You know, if you can get some rocket launchers and rails, then it should allow you to cover the suit, but it's not foolproof. You know, you can still miss out on it. As we've seen there, the Czechs, you know, they've come away with it, and I don't think they had full red control, did they?
No, it's a little bit debated still. It's just getting pushed back though. Detour was going to miss out on the quad. That was good defense, really. Although,
And Viam, perfect decision to drop down, because he would have run into the suit had he gone any other way.
oh, there's the suit chasing him, and he's easily eliminated up that bounce pad. Maybe should have just rushed a little bit more, but obviously he has to be cautious with only a quad rail to work with. Detour's battlesuit does run dry, and he's suddenly got no real health to defend himself with ZLC catching him out there. Maybe didn't
Great combo.
quite make enough use of that battlesuit. Wow, how did we get to the viewpoint of Flat Check?
He killed ZLC
Grenade.
as he died, I think.
Switch those with Nightops getting the easy rail shot there on the bounce pad. Some kind of stats he's hitting. Only 33%, not really hitting the aim heights that you'd want to be hitting at this level, although if it's one map where you don't necessarily look at aim stats, it might be this one because I might spam a fair bit more around corners.
True.
Switch around to frag. He has grabbed that red armor shotgun. Now with lightning gun, I was going to say shotgun had no ammo, so you had to be cautious, but lightning gun only 54 ammo though. It's going to soon run out, and the Czechs need to get in a good defensive position to block these doorways off. Now they have control of the red.
Did he already take the lightning gun ammo? I mean, if that comes up, it's always great to have a lightning gun at red armor. I mean, it will help a lot when defending against defending the battlesuit area.
I don't really know the setup of the Czechs. They seem to be a little bit like all trying to cover every angle, moving from one area to the other. ZLC getting a frag there, though he's been counter-railed. That Czech. 3 players on this bounce pad here, and this raised platform, and Krissa finally getting a good control of this battlesuit, and he should make the quad in time at this rate. He's gonna grab it. It's a double power for Krissa. 2 frags straight on the bat. Yeah, a dropped weapon, in fact a dropped rail as well, so he's got a nice 10 ammo on that rail gun as well as the lightning gun. Look at this, 6 battlesuit frags, 5 quad frags. He's still got 15 seconds left with this quad. He can really take advantage of it. He's got to be a bit more cautious now going through the corridors. Red's up in a couple of seconds. He seems to know the time of that. It's only a 1 frag game between the two, and he can maybe just round off this run with another frag. There it is on ZLC. The tie-in frag, in fact, another frag just as quad ran out. What an exceptional power-up run.
Yeah, those 2 rails at the end were brilliant as well, and if he can just sit here for, well, I don't know, is he going back to red because his team need him? Really needs to think about whether his team need him at red, because if he can stay in this position, he can get so many frags.
What we've seen is a lot of attacks from aCtion through that railgun doorway, so wow, he doesn't really trust his railgun shot.
Oh, very annoying.
Eventually here, it's hit the wrong guy, but he gets that second rail in, second impressive there. 38% rail. It's not amazing, it's not really the kind of level we expect from Krissa. Doesn't seem like anybody's particularly on song aim-wise tonight.
Look at this is really positive play to go straight back in there.
Perfect. And the lightning gun must have been picked up by the other
Yeah, it
player,
was.
so it'll probably be up in a few seconds now. There it is. And he can grab it, mate. Oh, he's just pushed off it.
But I think it was picked up by ZLC, who was then killed by his teammates. So
wow.
They still don't have any lightning guns on their team, I don't think, aCtion.
Yeah, I'm going to switch around and have a look at aCtion. Well, Dash has got the yellow, upper yellow, but no weapon. I mean, here we go, battlesuit up in 5 seconds. The Czechs are in position now. ZLC just knocked off into the void, and there's the battlesuit with frag. He's got a nice stack. He can easily just run to the quad. This is very well now.
This is a big moment in this map.
Whoa.
If they can get this quad, this could be game over.
Is he going to get in there? He doubles it up again. Wow. Here we go. Yellow armor. He's going to rush through these lower corridors, try and clear them out. Probably make his way back to the red. Make sure that's secure. But he should be picking up loads of frags here, and this is going to put them in a massively dominant position for the last power-up play.
Yeah, I think this is the game. I mean, that was a key moment when they won over that suit, when they ran to the quad, and there was no way for really aCtion to do anything about it. But it was all off the back of the play of Krissa.
Yeah. His power-up play that led to the controlling of that yellow. That's the key bit, not even so much the power-up play. Frag didn't quite notice the yellow had spawned next to him there. We all heard it, but maybe he was talking on comms or something at the time. But yeah, it's got to be on the back of that control of the yellow. I mean, just he got picked up a load of frags, he stopped aCtion stacking, and they just really couldn't challenge either power-up as a result.
Yeah, they had no lightning gun, and when you're on that side of the map, you really need a mixture of lightning guns and rocket launchers. And they had no lightning guns at all, so they had no chance really of being able to take over the battlesuit area. And we've seen now 2 times in a row that the suit, providing it's quick enough, it gets to the quad in plenty of time.
So we have 30 seconds until the final power up. I guess theoretically it's possible at this point if they get both power-ups. They need to start bringing it back now before the power-up really though. And that's a good start to that. dash, getting the frag underground, trying to
It's a
secure out
long
this
time to
Batsu.
be able to hold on to this area but without his teammates.
Oh wow, almost getting 2 frags off the bat there. He's pretty unfortunate with the second rocket. It's going to be so difficult at this point. They need this to go perfectly for them, aCtion, and they are in position for it at the moment. The Czechs are not in a good position for this one. Oh, does get the frag on it as well. ZLC, can he make it in time to the quad? A few seconds left. He should make it. He's going to rocket jump for it as well. Oh, gets knocked off it. That is a brilliant grenade, and Detto comes out with the quad.
That was perfect. They probably already had the game won, but that nade just knocked ZLC just off the quad pickup.
I mean, it was
very frustrating.
It was always possible if he got that quad.
Wow, 23 frags was the gap if he'd have picked it up when he did.
But yeah,
would have been so special if he'd have managed it.
What a grenade, though. That's a great save with the quad grab, and an impressive victory by the Czechs.
Well, we said they had a very good game on here against Deliberate Murder. It was a very close one that they could have won with a bit more luck. And, you know, it was a good pick, I think. They saw aCtion lose this map against Lowfly, and I think aCtion played better on here than they did against Lowfly, but it wasn't enough.
Red wins.
Standout performer has to be Krista on that map. And the stats back that up as well. Plus 10 net, 7.2k damage on that power-up play, and then the sort of winning moment, taking control of that yellow armor. I'm glad when we catch moments like that. Obviously, it's a bit variable in terms of there's 8 players we could be following at any one time.